Students, we have completed single and multi-point machining system, that is orthogonal system as well, and ORS system as well. We have elaborately discussed the different nomenclatures of a single point cutting tool, or you can say the cutting tool geometry of single point cutting tool in our previous classes. Now today I will have some discussion on a milling cutter and drill, and if possible we'll start the conversion of rake and clearance angles within ASA and ISO system. Very short topic, there is a simple formula of conversion of rake and clearance angles within ASA and ISO systems. If not possible, we will continue our this module 3, this particular topic, conversion of rake and clearance angles within ASA and ISO systems, in our next classes. And then we will eventually come out to the various components, force components, then chip formation we will discuss, then we will move to tool wear, tool life, surface finish and integrity as well. Likewise, we will discuss all the topics and we will cover all the headings in this particular module 3. So stick to the video till the end and we will have more discussions on machining. So let us have some discussion on milling cutter. Later on we will discuss on drilling also. So first of all, you might have heard the name of the milling machine. So in milling machine we generally perform many of the cutting operations, and milling machine is also, you can say, a very versatile machine, as you will find it applying in different machining operations. One of the most important one, I would like to say, the gear making operation in milling cutter, using milling cutter. Okay, there are also certain significant operations making slots, T slots, and simply removing metals from the surface of the metals. So you can see milling has got its various applications. Okay, now coming to the geometry of plain milling cutter, if you able to find the milling machine in your workshop, generally you have to perform certain operations during first year operations as well. In the second year also we have got some machining operations where you would have to choose the machining of metals in milling machines. So you will find that the cutter, this is the cutter, will be mounted on a arbor. The particular that thing is known as the arbor, say this one type. Here say the cutter will be mounted and here will be the bed actually. Okay, so the bed actually it have got a feed, so it can move. Okay, now if I discuss the geometry of this particular plain milling cutter, here you will find the typical diagram, which is very important to remember. So you can take a screenshot or take down a note somewhere. So starting from the hole diameter, okay, look, there is a small inclusion and that is not in circular shape. So this is the known as keyway. So keyway is basically for holding this cutter properly in the holding device. Okay, now it also helps in the easy removal and easy attachment of the cutter in the this with the holder, tool holder, you can say. Okay, now this is the hole diameter. Okay, now this is the heel, the outside surface of the cutter. This is the heel, this is the cutting edge, as you can see. Now this side is known as the face of the tooth. Now outside diameter, this is very important, from this teeth, the tip of the teeth, the distance between the tip of the teeth is known as the outside diameter. Okay. Now coming to the pitch of the teeth, as you know earlier from the concept of the gears, the consecutive distance between the two tips of the teeth, okay, is known as the pitch of the teeth. Okay. Now depth of the teeth. So look, this is the lower portion, this is the lower portion, and this is the upper portion of a teeth. So depth of the tooth is this distance only. Okay. So upper portion and lower portion of a teeth, the distance between the upper portion and lower portion of a teeth is known as tooth, actually a singular form, tooth. So it is known as depth of the tooth. Okay. Now coming to the land, this particular portion, this land portion is very important in machining. So you can see up to this portion the cutter shape is somewhat straight, then it is inclined. So up to this portion you can see it is somewhat straight, and this portion is known as land. So here in every cutter you will find a small portion is being straight. This one is straight, this one is straight, this one is straight. So only the straight portion, the distance of the straight portion is known as the land. Okay. Now coming to the primary clearance angle. So you will find here, there is an inclination, as I earlier told you, after a small straight line on the surface of the cutter, the surface will eventually incline to meet the second cutter, consecutive cutter, you can say. Now this inclination, this small inclination after the land is known as the primary clearance angle. Okay. Now if you consider again the same thing but in a different way, I would like to say you that if you draw a line which touches the tip of the teeth of the consecutive cutting tip, then the angle made between this line and the horizontal line is known as the secondary clearance angle. So we have got, you can find over here, we have got primary clearance angle and secondary clearance angle in case of milling cutter. What is the primary clearance angle? It is simply the angle between the normal, or you can say the horizontal, with the line just simply after the land, this land portion. If you just consider the space or the surface of the cutter just after the land, and you draw a line with this surface of the tip of the tooth, you will get an angle which is known as which is very close, actually is known as primary clearance angle. Now if you consider another line which is somewhat far away from the horizontal line, and it touches the tip of the next consecutive tooth of the this plane milling cutter, then the angle formed between the horizontal and that particular line is known as the secondary clearance angle. Now I think it is more clear to you that what are the primary clearance angle and what are the secondary clearance angle. Now if you look from the front side or end side, you may say, okay, so it will have a projection of this one. So these are the cutters, these are the cutters as being projected in this particular end from looking from the end side or side, or also you can say. Okay, now it is circular, so it shows you a rectangle projection. Okay, now this width, this is the width of the particular cutter, and the spiral or helix angle is the angle which is made by the horizontal with this particular helix, this helix. So angle between this particular horizontal and with this helix is known as the spiral or helix angle. Okay, So this is in small about the geometry of a plane milling cutter. Let us see some other pictures. Look, I have chosen a handful of pictures for milling cutters, which will help you eventually in understanding or visualizing more and more while dealing with this particular milling machine. Okay, so studying about the different geometry of a milling cutter is both necessary and essential to understand the different aspects of a milling machine, which will eventually help you in better understanding to solve numericals in examinations. So where we left in the previous slide, that was the plane milling cutter. As you can see over here, it was the plane milling cutter. Now what we have here is the solid profile milling cutter, and it has got staggered tooth, and side is shown over here. This is the side projection. Now look, this tooth is somewhat different from this one. This was the simple one. This was a simple milling cutter, but in case of this one, as you can see, this particular shape of the cutter is known as the staggered tooth milling cutter, you can say. Okay, now this portion, as you can see over here, it is the flute. This is the normal, or this is the axis line passing through the center of this cutter. This is the keyway. This is the hole diameter, and from one tip to another tip is known as the outer diameter. Okay, now lip angle is shown over here. This is the lip, as you can see. This is the this is the lip. Okay, this is the lip, and the angle is this one. So you can see over here, this is the horizontal, and this is the line parallel to the cutter or the surface of the cutter. Now this is the root radius. As you can see over here, this one is the root radius. Okay, or gullet, you can also say. Okay. Now let us come to this slide. Here we have got some extra slides discussing the different geometries of a milling cutter. So side view, you can see over here. So this one is a actually the face width. Okay, and this is the helical teeth over here, given over here. Okay, you can see over here, and this is the helical rake angle, left hand helix, as shown over here. This one, this angle. Okay, so these are all these lines you can see over here. These are the helix, actually. These are the helix. Okay, so and this is the cutter, as you can see, the front view. Now coming to this particular diagram, this is the cutter, milling cutter, as you can see over here. So radial rake angle is here, this one. So this is the center line, or the the vertical line, as you can see. Now the inclination of the tip of the tooth of this cutter, actually this tip of the tooth of the cutter, this one. Okay, this one. So this angle, this inclination with the vertical line, this angle is known as the radial rake angle. That is known as radial rake angle. Okay, and now the relief, you can see over here, the curvature of the top surface of the particular tooth. So this gap is known as radial relief, as you can see over here. Okay, now this is the tooth, and this is the flute, as you can see. This is the fillet. This small portion is the fillet. Now offset, you can see, offset is actually how much it is out of the center, actually. So this is the center, and this is the cutter, tip of the cutter. So the distance, this inclined distance between the This is the offset. Offset is the distance between the center and the tip of the tooth of this particular milling cutter. So actually offset means how much it away from the center of this particular milling cutter, as you can see over here. Okay, so now here you will find that this is the axial relief. Here you will find in the side view you will find the axial relief. So this is the axial relief. Okay, now radial relief I already told you, this one was the radial relief. Now clearance surface is this one, land is the straight line as I earlier told you, and heel just beside of the land is the heel. Flute is the contoured or the lower portion of the teeth, and this is the radial rake angle, as you can see, and this is the offset, as you can see over here. This is the tooth, this is the lip angle, as you can see over here, lip angle, and this is the lip I already told you. So this is the tooth face, this one is the tooth face, and now this is the diagram for the peripheral cutting edge, this one side view you can see over here. Okay, now this is the tooth face, as you can see, and this is the axial relief. Here is the axial relief, and this is the clearance surface, and this is the concavity is shown over here. Now talking about the milling operation. Okay, look what happens. I earlier told you that in milling operation we have got removal of material through this particular milling cutter. Okay, so you can see over here, this is the land portion, this one the straight line, then we are having primary angle, secondary angle, and many more things. This is the surface, as I earlier told you, the tool geometry very important. Now the direction, this is the revolution angle of the revolution, direction of the revolution of the cutter, and this is the direction of the cutting. Okay, and feed is in the opposite direction, as because it is moving while it is stationary. So feed is in this direction and chip will be removed from the cutter. Okay, and this is the machine surface or the finished surface, as you can see. Now this is the workpiece. Okay, and this is the cutter axis of rotation, this line. So okay, now here this is very interesting slide where you will find various types of mills. Okay, so first of all you will see slab milling. Okay, so look at these teeth, they are known as slab milling type. Okay, these are the slab millings. Okay, now for helical milling cutters, here you will find this one is the helical milling cutters. Okay, now coarse tooth, actually COARSE, coarse means rougher tooth mill, so it looks like somewhat this type. Okay, now helical mill arbor type, so this is the helical mill arbor type, looks like this one. Okay, now staggered teeth I already discussed with you, it is having some what looking like the ice mountains, the different ice stones found over most coldest places in our earth. So that particular ice, when you can see in National Geography, in a coldest region, the mountain of ice looks like this direction in a staggered. Sometimes we might have developed a staggered teeth in our mouth also. So this diagram gives you the shape of the stagger. So it is a staggered tooth mill. Okay, next we have the side milling. So you can see over here, this is the side milling, how it looks like. This is somewhat side mill. Okay, so it is the side milling. Next we have interlocking mills, as you can see over here, this is the interlocking mills. Okay, next we have metal slitting saw. So this is the metal slitting saw. So here in this slide you can take a screenshot for your remembering easily the different types of milling cutters as well. A very interesting slide, so you must take a note. Next we have some more cutters with us in this particular milling cutter. First we have here corner rounding cutter. So here you will find this is a diagram of a corner rounding. This is it is very useful in rounding the corner. Sometimes we have got when a rough surface being machined, it develops a sharp corner, so we need this particular cutter for the corner rounding. Okay, next we have a very unique cutter that is known as convex formed cutter. It has got also some special operations with itself. So it is convex types, it is convex formed cutters, actually convex formed cutters. Okay, next we have geared tooth cutter. So geared tooth cutter is very important, you know, in geared tooth cutting. So this cutter looks like in this way. Okay, so this is the geared tooth cutter. Okay, now coming to this single angle cutter. So this particular diagram gives you the single angle cutter. Just you need to know the shapes, you just need to remember the shapes, then you will automatically answer the different MCQ questions. So it is very important to have a visualization of the different cutters of the milling cutters. Now double angle looks like somewhat this type. This is the double angle type. Next we have concave formed cutter. You know, this is the concave formed cutter tool. Okay, now these are also very important, which has got some specific cutting operations in association with the milling cutters. So first one is two lip end mill. End mills are very important in operation, different machining operations, performing different machining operations in a milling machine. So it is two lip, this two lips end mill. This is the end milling cutter. Okay, this is two lip end milling cutter. Okay, so multi-point cutting tool we are discussing now. So you can find the difference between a multi-point and a single point tool that are being widely used in turning. That was the single point cutting tool, or simply turning tool. That was the single point cutting tool. Now in milling machine we are going to use multi-point cutting tool. So we are having 2 point here in this two lip end mill. So it is also a multi-point cutting tool. Okay, now coming to the next, we have T-slot cutter. So this one is the T-slot cutter. You might find this particular T-slot in different machines as well, for easily where you can attach different attachments for various purposes. So we need to cut a T-slot for easier attachments of different attachments. Okay, now coming to the double end mill. This was a single, and this is now both sides we are having. So double end mill, it is known as double end mill. Okay, now this one shell end milling cutter. This one is a shell end milling cutter. Okay, now this one is the Woodruff key cutter. So it is also used for cutting key slots. Okay, various purposes, or maybe in gears or any slotting machines or many other machines, we are using this particular Woodruff keyway cutter for the keyway, making of keyway. Okay, so you must keep in mind this, all the things I have discussed in these slides are very important. Now here we have also some more colorful pictures, vibrant pictures that will help you to visualize the different milling cutters. Actually milling cutters are very important in relation to the machining. The milling machine itself is a versatile machine, so I have emphasized and I have taken a handful of pictures to show you in the slides to make you understand or visualize the different aspects of a milling machine. Okay, now coming to the first one, we have roughing end mill. So roughing end mill is somewhat look like this one. Now previously we have talked about the slab mill cutter. Now is a colorful picture of 3D where you can visualize usually how this actually real life looks like, this slab mill cutter. Now this is the end milling cutter, as you can see over here. This is the ball mill cutter, this one. This is the hollow mill cutter, and I earlier told you that for cutting of the keyways we are using this particular Woodruff cutter. Now thread mill is also very popular in association with the milling cutters. So thread mill cutter is very important also. Now this is the fly cutter, as you can see over here. This is the fly cutter, and this is the face mill. Face mill is also very important and very popular also. Now involute gear cutter, you from the name you can see it is very important, as because we are going to cut different or gear, and apart from cutting, we are also shaping the gears also. So involute gear cutter is very important in association with the milling machine cutters. Okay, now this is a hobbing cutter. This is also somewhat used for gear cutting. So this is very important also. Hobbing is operation for gear cutting also. Okay, now dovetail cutter, this is dovetail cutter. It is also very important and very famous and popular as well, so you must take a note. So dovetail cutter, okay, this looks like this one. So you can take a screenshot if you want to remember this. All these things I have taken in a single slide. This is a very important slide, you must know. Now last one is the side and face cutter. Side and face cutter, look, this side and face cutter, dovetail cutter, involute gear cutter, woodruff cutter, thread mill cutter, end mill cutter, this all the cutters I have told you is very popular and famous in industrial purposes as well. Now I think we have completed covered a handful pictures of different milling cutters, and I think we will continue this class in the next session. Thank you.